Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. City's so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. City's so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so live.
Oh, well, it's getting out again, singing the tune, getting myself all caught up. Good morning, Frederick. Today is Monday, July 8th. I'm your host, Dani Gurry. Happy after a holiday weekend Monday. Hopefully you guys got a few days off and got to enjoy the weekend. It was hot, boy. It really was. Did you know right now we are streaming to 8 places? Yes, we are. We're on 5 Facebook pages, LinkedIn and YouTube. On Facebook, we're on my personal page. We're on Good Morning Frederick, Everything Frederick Live, Everything Frederick and More, which is close to 131,000 members. Unbelievable. If you are not a part of that group here in Frederick, you are missing out, my friends. And then, of course, we're on LinkedIn and YouTube as well. And I just wanted to say thank you to some new advertisers who have joined us, new local businesses which want some additional exposure, which I love. Habitat for Humanity, Ori Custom Florals, Dream Free Art, and CK Nails. They've all recently signed on to be a part of Good Morning Frederick, along with all of our other amazing supporters, including Intense Barbecue, Atlas Wood Floors, Tree Trekkers, Dreamscape Slumber Events, A&S Construction, Pulling for Veterans, of course, our main sponsor, We Help You Move, Pet and Home Care, and others. If you're a business and you're thinking about sponsoring Good Morning Frederick, now is the time. We are closing in on 100,000 total views across all platforms. I feel like we're going to hit that number no later than the end of July. That's pretty impressive since we just launched April 1st. And if you're just joining us for the first time, thank you so much for watching. I so appreciate it. If you want to join with all of those other great companies, just text me and ask for more information on sponsoring. I'll put the text line up because I wasn't ready for that. 888-465-2944 is the number. Just text, send me information on advertising. I am going to ask who you are, what your name is. And I'm going to ask for your email address, but I'm happy to send across information. Get on now because I have a special offer for all local businesses who advertise. If you lock in your rates before the end of July, you can pay that rate forever. As long as you don't stop advertising, I'm going to lock you into that rate because I really appreciate you guys having some faith in me and in the show, and it seems to be taking off, which is awesome. Now, Good Morning Frederick and Everything Frederick and More, the group, we're all about giving back to local organizations. This is one reason why Shannon was so gracious in letting me partner with her. Right now, we're supporting 2 local charities. Souls of Love, and I'm going to show you a quick slide of what I'm doing there. I am trying to collect money and or shoes. I currently have about 100 pairs of shoes. My goal is 200. So I need another 100. I've got about 2.5 weeks to do it. I know you guys will support me on that if you can. So you've got my Venmo, my PayPal, my Cash App right there, Zelle. You can just send me the money and I will order the shoes, or you can drop off new shoes, or I'll come pick them up, to be honest. If you've got shoes, I will come get them. I've got, I know, there's a ton of people collecting, and the overall goal for Julie Gaver for her final year heading up the Souls of Love event is 5,000 pairs of shoes to benefit local kids in Frederick and Washington counties, okay? All right, and we're also collecting school supplies for Stuff the Bus, and that is through United Way. So would love your help on that too. You can drop that off to the home of everything Frederick, 401 North Market Street in downtown. We're open Thursday to Sundays, and we would love to get your shoes and your school supplies. All right, on today's show, I sit down with Elisabeth and August, who own Werks, a bakery and coffee shop in Boonsboro. Keynan joins me from the Frederick Flying Cows. If you went to any games this year or had any dealings with the Flying Cows, you probably met him. Great guy, and I'm looking forward to talking with him to see what the off-season looks like as the sponsorship manager. And it's Monday, which means Pawsome Pets, sponsored by Pet and Home Care. Today, you'll meet Gunner, an Anatolian Shepherd mix. Oh my, he's going to be big, but it would be perfect for an active family. And of course, Chris Michaels and Bob Miller join me from WFMD's Morning News Express for news, weather, and sports. Plus, as always, I've got giveaways and all the events for this week. Let's get this week started for reals. Of course, we would not be here without our great advertisers and sponsors, including We Help You Move. Whether you're moving across the street or across the country, Nicholas and his team will help make the thing easy. Oh gosh, moving is horrible. It is horrible, I know. Actually, my son's girlfriend just moved into her first apartment. Moving into your first apartment is kind of easy because you don't have anything. Moving out of a home you've lived in for anything more than about 4 or 5 years, oh my gosh. Tell me, I moved across the world. I moved from Australia. Well, I moved to Australia. I hardly had anything. But back from Australia to the United States, yeah, you had to really, that was stressful. But Nick will help you out. Now, I don't think he does any overseas moving, though I think if you asked him, he'd go along with the container of goods to make sure it got there. But certainly, if you're moving down the road or across the street, he can help. Call him. WeHelpYouMove.com for more information. All right. I think I've got my guys here, Bob Miller and Chris Michaels from WFMD's Morning News Express. Let's bring them on. Well, happy Monday, gentlemen. How are you?
Man, I'm great. How about yourself?
I am doing very well for a Monday. Thank you very much. What's happening?
I actually saw Nicholas Walker actually carry a refrigerator over the Atlantic, through the Atlantic, up and over, down through, and then around to the Panama Canal, and back and forth, and you know.
He is unbelievable. When we were doing, he did a clothing, oh my gosh, he got all these clothes donated that we were giving to veterans and charities here in Frederick several months ago or whatever. But there were, I mean, pallets and pallets of new clothing. He was carrying these things I like no one I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. I have no idea how he does it.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal human being. I didn't know you moved to Australia.
Yeah, I lived in Australia from 2000 to 2007 before I came back home to Frederick. So, yeah.
She lost her Australian accent.
Yeah, I did actually.
An Australian accent.
Yeah, my husband still got his kind of, but yeah, I lived there for 7 years. Loved it. Wow. But yeah.
There you go.
Is that where you met your husband?
No, I met him here in the U.S. He was traveling here, and I was running tours out of Anaheim, California.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You've been everywhere. How many states are you wanted in?
Hey, let me just tell you. Let's see. I left Frederick in, the late 90s. I worked for 98 Rock in Baltimore for a while, so I was down there. Then I went to a radio station in San Diego, and then I came back, so.
Well, see, and for those of you who don't know about it, if you're in the radio business, it is okay because you get inflatable furniture because you do move everywhere. So you don't even need Nicholas Walker for that. But
no, you can just deflate it, put it in your carry-on, you're good to go.
Nicholas moved me and one time, and we were 30 years of stuff.
Oh.
And I had a huge yard sale. And then I had people who helped me pack some stuff and whatnot, and I just started handing things out, right? And
yeah.
So we were packing up, and my wife finally just goes, you know what? I'm done. Ask Nicholas how much more it will cost just for them to pack everything up.
Yeah.
And he gave us the price, and it was very reasonable. And when we got here, I said, you pack up everything in the house. And he packed up everything in the house. Things I'm like, Nicholas, I don't need this old can of paint. I really didn't need that. He's like, it was in the house. You said everything in the house.
Yeah, when we built our house here where we are, he moved us from our townhouse to storage and from storage to here. So, yeah, fantastic. Fantastic
very nice,
guy.
Very nice.
All right, what's happening in news, Chris?
Well, let me just say this. Radio is the only industry where you can get fired a dozen times and still find a job somewhere else and they won't judge you. So,
actually, it's a badge of honor. I did get fired from 98 Rock, actually. I was 22 years old, and I still give that PD a hard time. I still talk to him. You've heard my story, but I was off the air at a radio station. I did morning to the country station. I got off the air, went into a tiny little office, and I got a phone call from my wife, and she said, hey, guess what? Just wanted to let you know we're pregnant with our second child, Brian. And I got called into the boss's office 5 minutes later, and he says, how you doing? I said, I'm great. I'm going to have a baby again, and I'm so excited. And he goes, well, it's going to make this awfully hard. And he slides this piece of paper over and says that you are no longer employed at this radio station.
Oh, my God, Bob.
Yeah. It's the only career where it is literally, when they clean house, maybe somebody new comes in or whatever. It is, it's terrible.
Yeah, I did nothing wrong. They were just having financial issues, and it's part of the business, and you move on. You go.
That's why it's amazing that you have been, and it's very rare nowadays to find somebody like you, Bob, who stayed at a station for as long as you have. So.
Well, our company too is very few radio station companies where. They'll really work with you. That's why I love this company. I feel a lot safer with my job here than I would at any other company in radio. I can tell you that right now.
Right. Well, my company says, nobody else wants you, and we really can't afford good talent, so we'll keep you. And that's okay. I still get a paycheck.
Hey, shooting for mediocrity. That's what we do every day here. It's all good. All right, Chris, let me know what's happening in Frederick.
Well, I hate to be the one to stop all this laughter, but unfortunately, we're going to start off, as usual, with some bad news. One man was killed and his fiancée was assaulted during a road rage incident on July 4th, shortly after 10 p.m. in Tawnytown. Investigators learned that Devon Joseph Dabbs, a 20-year-old male with a Taneytown address, and his 26-year-old male passenger, also of Taneytown, exited one vehicle to the victim, Christopher Patrick Moore's vehicle. The three subjects engaged in verbal dispute, which turned physical. Now, Moore's fiance, a 33-year-old female also from Taneytown, arrived at the location during the altercation. She witnessed Moore being assaulted. She then exited her vehicle with her legally owned carried handgun. Moore's fiance told the investigators that she announced that she had the handgun, hoping this would de-escalate the assault. Instead, unfortunately, Dabbs rushed at her, and a physical assault ensued for the possession of the firearm, resulting in Dabbs being shot in the left leg. At one point, Dabbs was able to gain possession of the handgun and assaulted her with multiple strikes to the face. Dabbs then fired multiple rounds, one which struck the passenger in the hand and two which struck Moore in the chest. The female victim suffered a broken jaw and injuries to the head and face, and she was transported to a local hospital for medical treatment. Dabbs and his passenger was transported to medical treatment also with non-threatening life injuries. Moore was pronounced deceased at the scenes. On July 6, 2024, Dabbs was arrested in his Taneytown residence without incident. He was transported to Carroll County Central Booking and charged with a criminal offense. And again, just be safe out there when you're driving. You never know what's going to happen. You never know what can happen. If somebody cuts you off, try just to let it go as hard as it may be, because it could turn into this, unfortunately.
Yep.
Not good.
Yeah,
Not good
so,
at all.
So
but
sad.
yeah, you got to take a deep breath. Deep breath.
Now, just FYI, there is a fund out there for the victim's family, just in case you want to donate. So you might want to look into that. The Asian American Center of Frederick played host on Saturday to Democratic senatorial candidate Angela Brooks. The current Prince George's County executive spoke with WFMD News during her visit, where she talked about her travels around Maryland and her campaign to become a U.S. Senator. Marylanders share so many of the cares and concerns, quoted Brooke, and being on the campaign trail has helped me to hear firsthand from them and to again reaffirm my faith and hope about the future of both of our state and country, she said. Also, Brooks is facing Republican and former Governor Larry Hogan in the general election. Whoever wins will replace incumbent Senator Ben Cardin, who is retiring when his current term is up in 2025. And this is a subject that me and Bob talk about a lot on the Morning News Express. It's going to be a heck of a race between her and Hogan. It was upset that she actually took the Democratic nomination. And again, it's a lot of people are counting her out against Hogan, but it depends if the Republicans who actually don't like Hogan decide not to go out and vote for him. She might have a shot. So it's going to be interesting.
Yep, absolutely. I'm just glad she found her way to Frederick.
Yeah. We'd love to have her on the Morning News Express, too. That'd be great.
Yeah.
A secure portal has been launched by the Maryland Comptroller's Office to allow citizens to report business fraud. Comptroller Brooke Learman says the portal is located on the Comptroller's Office website and is a central point for citizens to provide information on suspected business tax fraud. This new portal is just another tool in our arsenal for closing the tax gap and encouraging voluntary compliance for individuals and businesses of our tax system.
I mean, I like how they say voluntary compliance.
Right?
When it's somebody. And how, this is the only thing, so this is, I'm going to put on the devil's advocate hat. It's like Yelp reviews. How do you know your competitors aren't going in to report you just out of spite and nothing else? So I don't know how much I like these sorts of tattletale opportunities, but I don't know.
And one more sad thing to report. Detectives from the Montgomery County Department of Police Major Crimes Division are investigating, and I hate reading these, the death of a 3-year-old that occurred in Rockville on Friday, July 5th. At approximately 11:44 p.m., the Montgomery County Emergency Communications Center received a call for a missing boy. Rockville City Police responded to Elmcroft Court, where the child was found in the neighborhood pool. Rockville City.
Geez.
Yeah, I know. It's just so heartbreaking. Rockville City officers provided CPR to the boy, who was transported to an area hospital where he was pronounced dead. Montgomery County Police major crimes detectives were notified, and the investigation is ongoing. No foul play is suspected. And then again, that just it breaks my heart. Should have happened.
Yep.
Beautiful 3-year-old boy.
It's awful.
Child.
Awful.
Yep. All right, take a look at weather. It is going to be hot, hot, hot for most of the week. Today, it's going to be a high of 96 with mostly cloudy skies, down to a low of 82 tonight. And taking a look at tomorrow, mostly cloudy skies with a high of 97, down to a low of 84. Now, I don't see any rain scheduled, but you never know. But as of right now, just mostly cloudy skies for today and tomorrow. And again, it's going to be hot, so make sure you stay hydrated. And I say this every single day, and I'll say it again. If you have pets, for crying out loud, please bring them inside. It's too hot for them.
Yeah, is for sure.
Absolutely. Well, good news for the Orioles out there. After getting really spanked on yesterday, Heston Kjerstad hit a 3-run shot. Grayson Rodriguez had 8 strikeouts in 6 innings. The Orioles doubled up the Athletics yesterday by a score of 6-3, which is always a good thing. Nationals got beat yesterday by the St. Louis Cardinals by a score of 8-3. Now, good news is it's nice to see Urbana grad Trey Lipscomb back with the Nationals. He got called up on Saturday. He's kind of been back and forth all season long. He started at third base on Saturday and on Sunday in home games against the Cardinals. Congratulations going out to Brunswick and the Little League Softball State Tournament for 10 and 12-year-olds. They defeated St. Mary's by a score of 11-1 over the weekend. They'll advance to Tuesday's semifinals, which will take place as they'll take on Delmar at 6 p.m. Legion baseball yesterday, Mount Airy defeated Frederick 3-2 after Frederick FSK posts 11 scored in the top of the 7th to tie the game. Mount Airy Gold Star 191 won in the bottom of the inning. Tyler O'Brien had 2 hits for Frederick. And in FC Frederick, soccer has qualified for the NPSL Mid-Atlantic playoffs for the second time in 3 seasons. So congratulations going out to him. And Davis Thompson, real quick, won his first tournament, and a good one, the John Deere Classic, which he had the lowest score in John Deere Classic history, which will give him entry into the next 3 tournaments in the PGA, one of those being the Open Championship.
Wow,
across the pond.
That's a pretty good day of golf.
That is a great day of golf.
My brother was down this weekend playing golf with my husband and my other brother, and they had quite the run. They played at Clustered on Saturday and Glade on Sunday, and the talking of smack amongst them is quite funny. So,
I broke my ankle on Glade Valley Golf Course.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
Bob, you had a lot of ankle breakings, man.
I got tiny little ankles, man. Big fat body and tiny little ankles. That's the problem. They had a hole that was covered up, and I stepped right in it, rolled it over, and then we told the story because that was like right before the 4th of July, and they still made me go to work there.
Of course they did.
Yeah.
Can't
but I
have
love
4th
Glade
of July
Valley.
without Bob Miller.
Glade Valley was the old home course. Love Glade Valley.
Yeah.
So real quick, Dani, before we roll out of here, I gotta give a funny story. I love our listeners. We got some of the best listeners in the world, and I got called out. I told Bob this morning. I got called out because if you listen to the Morning News Express, you'll realize I'm a pizza snob. Okay, being from New York, I'm very picky with my pizza. So I went to Costco to do my shopping, and you can't beat the price of food over there. Saw 2 listeners who love the show. First one shook my hand. Hey, Chris Michaels, you and Bob do a great job. Said thank you. Go sit down, get my slices, go continue my shopping. A listener comes up to me, says, Chris Michaels, I listen to you every morning complaining about pizza around Frederick. What are you doing eating Costco's pizza?
Yeah.
I mean, look, it is what it is, okay? Inflation's high, all right? 2 slices for $4 in a soda. It's all I can afford right now. All right, give me a break. It's not terrible pizza, okay? It's better than Pizza Hut.
Oh, I tell you, I will eat. I will eat any pizza at all. I will eat any pizza. Yeah. So I get it, and we'll go for the Little Caesars sometimes. Quick and easy, just pick it up, bring it home. It's just sustenance. That's all it is.
Yep, absolutely.
All right. Well, you gentlemen have an awesome Monday. We will see you tomorrow morning, and enjoy the day.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you, Dani.
Thank you, Dani.
All right. I want to thank them so much for joining us each day to give you your local news, weather, and sports. All right. We got some giveaways for you this morning, as we do every day. All right. Don't forget those Fast Smash passes for Crash and Catharsis. The 5 winners will be selected this Friday. So you can text SMASH to 888-465-2944, and that's scrolling across the bottom of your screen, all of the text contests that you can enter. You can enter those 24/7. You will be texted back each Friday on who has won. So be sure to check your texts, and don't fret if you see, hey, congratulations, you won. Feel free to email or text us back to make sure it's legit. But if it's coming from 888-465-2944, it probably is. All right, we have those Maryland Lottery scratch-offs. We give 5 away each week. We have the 3-hour Tree Trekkers Pass tickets that you can get as well, plus the 4 tickets to any regular season Keys game. So be sure you can text 888-465-2944. You can text SMASH, MDL, Tree, or Keys to that number to win. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Then we're back with Keynan from the Flying Cows, Stoneworks, and Pawsome Pets. Plus, I'll have all your events for this coming week and weekend. And all of that is coming up right after this.
All-in-One Events is Frederick's #1 source for event rentals and entertainment. Please visit us on the web at www.aioeventgroup.com or call 1-888-727-8902 for more information.
Real estate goddess, yeah. She's the one to get you there. Homes and dreams are perfect, yeah. Shattered family beyond compare.
The Crab Shop is open. Join Habitat for Humanity of Frederick County, Maryland for the 9th annual Blue Crabs and Blueprints celebration on Saturday, August 24th at the Walkersville Carnival Grounds. This family-friendly day includes crabs from JB Seafood, food trucks, live music, and yard games. This fun-filled day supports Habitat's home repair and home build programs, making a difference year-round right here in Frederick County. Crabs must be pre-ordered by August 19th, so don't delay. Get your crabs now for this Maryland-style crab feed.
Hold on, sorry. I'm going to have to get that up. All right, A&S Construction. I thought I could be on screen with that. I'm going to have to put it down at the bottom. All right, A&S Construction, a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business. It's right here in Frederick. I'm going to pull that up because I worked really hard on getting that video done, and I'm really upset that, here we go. Let's see, we'll get this. There we go. Let me take this off. Okay. No, goodness, happy Monday. Here we go. All right. Nope, that's the wrong one because that has the wrong amount. I worked really hard on that daggone video yesterday. Let's see. I'm going to keep doing it. I know we're going to run long and I'm doing not the right thing. Okay, wait, let me just see. Where are we here? A&S. Here we go. It's coming. There we go. All right. A&S Construction, a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business, and they're located right here in Frederick. They specialize in roofing, siding, windows, gutters, and even patios and decks. Actually, remember Robin from Hidden Hills talked about the pavilion that Sandra and her team at A&S Construction built on their vineyard and horse farm property. I can't wait to go out and actually see it through the lens of A&S Construction. If you want to contact Sandra, you can call 301-703-2157 or email info@ansconstruction.net. Don't forget you can get $750 off any roof or siding replacement or $50 off any roof repairs. Make sure when you contact them that you tell Sandra that Dani and Good Morning Frederick sent you. And I have some amazing news. First of all, I want to thank you all for contacting some of our advertisers and letting them know that you saw them on this show, because they have let the companies know, which is phenomenal. It's phenomenal to get immediate response from advertising that you do anywhere, but certainly to be reinforced that the leads are coming from this show. I am so grateful for you guys doing that, and it's been very successful for our companies, which is great. All right, we're going to talk about what's happening in Frederick, and then we're going to bring on Keynan from the Frederick Flying. All right, happening in Frederick is sponsored by Atlas Wood Floors, serving the area for more than 34 years. You can go to atlaswoodfloors.net or call them 301-948-9663. Ask for my brother Jeff when you call. And they can do wood floors, luxury vinyl plank, anything you can put on your floor, they can handle. That is atlaswoodfloors.net, 301-948-WOOD, if you want new floors in your home. All right, if you want to know what's happening in Frederick, you have to go to promocircus.com, click on the events. Oh gosh, here we go. Yeah, calendar of events, and you will see our events calendar, which I update as often as anyone sends me the information. Now, when you click on the agenda tab, it's a reminder that you will get the, okay, Keynan's going to come in now, and I'm going to give him we're going to take a couple of minutes to do these events, and then we'll bring him on. All right, so there are a ton of events happening every single day, especially at your local libraries. You can click on any of these events to get more information and a link through so that you can actually sign on. And Fingerboard Farm and Market is open also daily 11 to 5:30, and you can pick up organic produce at the farm every single day. They have a great little market there as well. I also added in some events at the centerfrederick.com, which is right on East 6th Street. They do like Pilates and other classes. I was able to pull some of their events. Again, if you email me at everythingfredericklive@gmail.com, you'll be able to get information about all the events that I have. I mean, you'll be able to send me links to your events. People keep texting me right in the middle of my show. Don't they know? Don't they know that I'm on right now? Oh, goodness gracious. All right. Also, I've added in a couple of vacation Bible schools. If you have not signed up for one yet, I'm not sure if you still can for the rest of the week, but if you have information, I'll put it on as soon as you've got it. Let's see. YMCA's Farmers Market is on Tuesdays. Don't forget that. Also, if you want to join the Affordable Housing Council, if you have input about what you would like to see happen in Frederick, I encourage you to visit the Frederick County Association of Realtors and join the Housing Council. At least you'll know what's happening and what's going on, and maybe be part of the solutions for Frederick, which I always love to be part of the solutions. At Sky Stage tomorrow from 7:30, it is the literature series, which is kind of cool. If you want to hear some poetry or meet some writers, you can do that at Sky Stage. I think they have some amazing events at Sky Stage, and most are really affordable. Some are pay what you can, some are free, and you can check that out. I apologize that the Maryland Double Deckers Kids and Families Tour is in here twice. I was trying to add a couple new things that they have going on, which they have a history tour now, which is fantastic, and somehow I screwed up the other tour. But anyway, at 10:30 on Wednesday, you can join the Maryland Double Deckers. I saw some of you posting some of your videos from the one that was last week. How fun is that? The Maryland Double Deckers is such a great time. It's just fun to ride around Frederick and see it from that height. You see things that you don't typically see because you're about, 15 feet higher than you would be if you were in 12 feet maybe, than you would be if you were in a typical car or things like that riding through downtown Frederick. Let's see, what else? Board of Ed, if you're interested, if you've got kids in the Frederick County Public Schools, the Board of Education meeting is Wednesday at 6 p.m. I do believe you need to submit if you want to speak, but if you just want to attend, you can do that Wednesday evening. Let's see, on Thursday, Gyro, Hero, and Pastry Days is back at St. Peter and Paul Greek Orthodox Church on 7th Street. Oh my gosh, some of the best heroes and other Greek pastries like baklava, and they have these amazing cookies we got last time. Mama Cone and I went when it was pouring rain, but they have that huge tent set up and lots of fun for the kids. Great fundraiser for that church for sure. That starts Thursday at 11. Don't forget on Thursdays, the Home of Everything Frederick is open to take your donations for Souls of Love as well as Stuff the Bus. And of course, Thursdays back with Live at 5. Let's see, who is the band this week? Max Muscato as alternative rock is happening at Alive at 5 this week. I might have to try to check that out this week. The Frederick Keys are back home versus West Virginia. Don't forget, you can win those 4 family passes that are good for any home game. And let's see, I really want to check out this line dancing at the American Legion in Thurmont on Thursday nights as well. All right, Keynan has joined us from the Flying Cows. I'm going to bring him on right now to see how the off-season is treating him. Hello, Keynan. How are you?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm great. It's so great to see you. I feel like it's been like a year, but it's only been a couple of months.
Yeah, it's weird not seeing everybody every weekend, Michigan.
It is for sure. Now, what is your official title with the Flying Cows?
So I'm the corporate sales and group ticket manager.
Okay, very good. So what have you been busy doing this off season?
Quite a bit. So of course, taking everything in account from last year, seeing what we can get done over the off season to improve for next year. For me, that's a lot of, setting up partnerships, different sponsorships with businesses, and of course, just getting people to the games next year, whether it's schools, companies, really just spreading the word.
Yeah, look, I mean, I think that, we had a great inaugural season. Everyone should be excited for next season, which the season for the Flying Cows runs pretty much March to June. What types of sponsorships or what types of companies or organizations do you want to reach out to? Is there anyone in particular that we can help you to meet, or, what are the parameters around who you're looking to chat with?
Well, I mean, really anyone here in the Frederick community, having a love of basketball, of course, is something we're always looking for. But really anyone looking to get involved, we do our, work with our charities. So anyone who's kind of in that network and looking to give back, I'm always open to meet with anyone. So throughout the summer,
Yeah, for sure. Look, so each year, if you're not familiar and didn't attend any games last year, shame on you, or this past season. It was such a great time. And so the Flying Cows not only have their own nonprofit, but they chose to work with 12 local nonprofits last year. They do a merchandise and ticket drive in December, and a portion of every one of those sales goes back to the local charity. So one of the things I love about the Flying Cows is that they work and support locally, giving back as much as they can. And for the local organizations, maybe you have a company, somebody like a Rotary or the Chamber, or maybe you're just a large organization and you want to offer tickets to your employees. Maybe you want to have a company day at the Flying Cows, which I 100% recommend. It's so much fun. And you can reach out to Keynan and organize for your company to have a bunch of tickets and maybe even get up in the hospitality area, which is a lot of fun too. Maybe reserving a suite for clients or things like that. It's just a great time to interact with Frederick. Is there any information yet about the team this year yet, Keynan?
I'm not sure that I'm allowed to divulge anything quite yet.
I tried to catch you. I tried to catch you off guard a little bit, put you on the spot.
Early in the morning. No, we're excited. We're definitely have a lot of the core from last year coming back. Still have to get some things finalized. We're a good 7-8 months out from the season still, but it's going to be great. I look forward to people seeing, the guys that they saw this year and some of the new guys we'll be bringing in.
That's right. And one other thing. So many of the players who know that they're returning to the Flying Cows from last year are making Frederick home. And so if you have a company that maybe is looking to hire, or you perhaps maybe have some housing that you're willing to offer the players, please reach out to the Flying Cows, because we love the fact that these guys are integrating into the Frederick life and being a part of our community, and we want to support them as well. We're still looking for that, right?
Correct. Yes. Yeah. Right now we still have 3 guys in town. A couple more that'll be kind of in and out throughout the summer. Yeah. Especially we have our summer camp coming up starting July 15th. So we'll have a few more in town. And of course, if you haven't signed up for that, time to get to it.
Yes, for sure. Now, what's the easiest way for people to reach you, Keynan?
Honestly, it'd be via email. Keynan, so it's KEYNAN HYSTEN@goflyingcows.com. Of course, go on our website, use the contact us phone number as well. Always in the office, always reachable.
All right. So if you want to support local, again, we thank you so much for the support of this show. Good Morning Frederick. But another great way to get some exposure every week for 3 months is to support the Flying Cows. And there's so many different opportunities to support, even as an organization. Maybe it's not advertising, but maybe it's just the ticket side. We would love to see you at a Go Flying Cows game. So goflyingcows.com. Reach out to Keynan. And we can't wait to see you next season. Keynan, we appreciate your time today, and we'll talk to you again as we get closer to the season.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Dani. Good to see you.
All right, you too. Talk to you soon. Bye. All right, yeah. Great organization. Love to support the Go Flying Cows, and there might be some changes this year coming, but I will still hopefully be a big part of the Go Flying. I will be there no matter. Mama Cone is a huge fan. I'm saying probably close to the #1 fan. She wouldn't miss a home game to save her life. So we will be there this coming year in 2025. And yes, Keynan mentioned the summer camp for the Cows is starting next Monday. So if your kids are still looking for something to do, either the week of July 15th or July 22nd, sign them up for the Flying Cows summer camp. Okay, is your family looking for a 4-legged friend? Well, Frederick County Animal Control is pretty full of kittens and dogs. Today, I introduce you to Gunner. And Pawsome Pets is sponsored by Pet and Home Care, trusted and reliable care since 1999, providing top quality service from highly trained pet care professionals. Do you know they will come pick up your dog for doggy daycare? How convenient is that? Or you can contact them for kenneling or in-home pet sitting, even overnight. Pet and Home Care is the best choice with simple online scheduling and 24/7 availability. They're always there for you. Go to petandhomecare.com for more information. And here is, oh my gosh, the cutest, biggest pup I've seen in a while. We're at Frederick County Animal Control on Rosemont Avenue with Sean, and who
Yeah.
is this crazy dog?
His name is Gunner, and he was
Gunner.
found in Adamstown on June 21st as a stray.
Yeah.
And that's a good point, him jumping up.
Yeah.
We take dogs in, cats all the time. We know nothing about
Yeah.
them. So when we take in a stray dog, we age them by their teeth. So
Okay.
we're assuming Gunner is about a year old. So he's in like that older teenage, kind of groove right now. And a lot of the dogs we take in are nice dogs. They're friendly, but they are a little short on manners. So
Yes.
we don't have, I should say, we don't typically have wash and wear dogs.
Yes,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? There is going to be a little bit of work put into him to make him a better dog. But what we've seen with him is he's friendly. He adjusted well to the shelter environment. And, that says a lot about a dog. We get a lot of dogs that are really shy and scared when they first come in because the environment's foreign to them. He seems to react favorably to the other dogs when he walks by. We always encourage people to do a meet and greet with the dog that they have. But he's done well since he's hit the adoption floor. So when a stray comes in, we hold him for 5 days to allow the owner to come in. And an owner can still get them back after 5 days, of course, but that's kind of the window where we need to start doing things just to help control our population.
Yeah, for sure.
So he's not neutered yet, so his adoption fee does include neutering him. We'll microchip him so that if he strays again, we'll hopefully get him back fairly easy, bring him up to date on vaccinations and everything else.
Hi, pretty
Supposedly
boy.
he's treat motivated. Let's see this.
Oh
Gunner.
my goodness, you
You
like
sit.
treats?
Sit. Come on.
Good boy. Oh, that's
Is
good.
that not the favorite flavor?
Oh, he
There
looks
you go.
young.
Yeah, he's
Youngish.
about a year.
Yeah.
So
I mean, do you think he'll grow much more?
yeah. So
Fill
our
out?
kennel supervisor thinks he's an Anatolian Shepherd mix, which are bigger shepherds. So he's 80 pounds right now. So there is that feeling that he will fill out and maybe get a little
tall.
bit bigger too.
Anatolian Shepherd
Yeah.
mix. Okay. And look, I mean, I think as we know, any dog can be corrected for these behaviors. You just
Yeah.
have to work with them and,
Yep.
be on hands-on. But in the meantime, you have to be prepared
Yeah,
for.
and I think like just with kids, consistency is key.
Yes.
I think if you're telling a dog one thing one day, and the next day you let him get away with stuff,
Right.
it gives that mixed signal.
Yeah.
Just like to go back to
Yeah,
kids,
yeah,
So I
exactly.
think with consistency, he's a dog that will want to please.
Yeah.
He enjoys treats, so I think he's very trainable.
Yeah. And shepherds are typically working dogs, right?
Yeah.
So giving them a job every day
Yep.
is important, whether it's even just, those long walks, getting him out and about, running him. Maybe if you work to organize someone to walk them during the day.
Yep.
Our Pet and Home Care, who's the
Yeah,
sponsor of this
yeah.
segment,
Be
they do
perfect.
doggy walks throughout
Yep.
the day. So if
Yep.
you're not home, he might really do well with just some attention during the day. So he doesn't get bored, but he's beautiful. It really is a beautiful
and
dog.
we do things here at the shelter like scent work. We'll hide treats for him.
Yeah.
Or we'll have scents out back with like squirrel smell. You can buy different urines and
Yes.
things like that really help. But there's obviously physical exercise, but there's also the mental part that you can do both.
I've seen some really good things on social media, like if you take treats and tie them into knots into certain things, and then
Yep.
they have to dig around and find them, and
Yeah.
just keeps them really active. And you're
He's all tied
tripping
up.
on the
Silly guy.
You're silly, Gunner. No. I know. You're very. I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we had I forget the dog's name, but they have puzzle feeders.
Oh.
And the puzzle feeders actually come in different levels of difficulty. And this dog was like the master puzzle, so it's
Figuring
kind of
it all
cool watching him.
out.
Like the dog could solve it in under 10 seconds.
Yes.
And then you'd give it to another dog that's not as familiar. It'd take them like half an hour to get
Yeah.
the treats out. So
Yeah.
they do make all kinds of neat little things for dogs.
I've seen some very smart dogs too. They have the treat things where they have to press the button.
Yeah.
The button's in one end of the house, and then the
Yeah.
treat falls out, and then they they realize if they pull the button closer
Yep.
to the treat feeder that they don't have to run so far.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
look, I think it's really, first of all, if anybody knows that this dog existed with an owner or family in Adamstown,
yep.
might be good to let them know. But at the same time, I mean, it's been over a month. Oh, almost a month.
Since June 21st.
21st, yeah. So, so he is available. I know, you are very sweet face.
And I think the thing with strays is I think some folks don't know that we're here and this is what we do also. So
Right.
we serve the whole county of Frederick from, Emmitsburg over to Mount Airy, Frederick side to Adamstown to Myersville.
Yeah.
You're not in trouble if
Yeah.
your pet's here. There are some fees you have to pay. We have boarding fees.
Right.
There is an ordinance that says you can't let your dog run free. The first time it happens is $20.
Yeah.
And then
know.
the state requires dogs to be and cats to be up to date on rabies. So we verify your pet's current on rabies. So, other than that, we want you to come get your pet. He's well socialized.
Yeah.
He's in good health.
Obviously, he was with
so it's
somebody.
like we'd rather not have to adopt him out. We'd rather him go back to his family and his normal routine.
Yeah. All right. Well, coming up on July 20th, if you want to see Gunner and some of the other dogs playing in the water in the little pools and splash pads, there is an event here at the shelter. I think seeing the dogs outside, having a good time is a much better. It's much better for them and for you. I think it's going to be a really fun afternoon. We've got the information on our events calendar.
Not athletic.
No, not really quite sure what to happen. What's supposed to happen there. That's right.
Yeah.
It's all good, but that event will be really good. And he's just young, and you can tell on his face. He's just a young man, and I think he'll make somebody a really great dog.
And we
He'd
get
be
a lot
great
of
on I think somebody with a little property.
Yep.
Or put him to work protecting something. I think he'd really be great.
And we get a lot of dogs just like Gunner.
Yeah.
The other day, a friend of mine said, I'm looking for a puppy. And I had to tell him, I say, we often don't get puppies.
Yeah.
People tend to get a puppy, they're enamored by how cute
Right.
it is and all this
and
other.
it's a year later.
And then it gets
18
80
months,
pounds and they're like, oh man,
And
that's
you
a lot of
didn't
work.
know.
So,
Well, I think Bethany and I talked about last time, or maybe even you and I a few weeks ago, is that you should never say, I'd like this kind of dog.
Yeah.
You want to look at your lifestyle,
Yep.
your home, your environment, and then find a dog that fits in with
Yeah.
your lifestyle, so you're not trying to change your life and their life at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's usually no good for anyone, and then unfortunately sometimes they end up here because it wasn't what you expected, or the dog got bigger than you expected,
Yeah.
or was a little rowdier than you expected.
You're so right. And knowing what I know now from working at the shelter for so many years, if you're not breed specific, maybe not size, don't care about the gender, if you want to find probably the best dog in the shelter, ask the staff.
Yes.
I mean, they truly know which
They
dogs,
do.
and it may be the dog you would never pick.
Never.
And they would talk to you about what your lifestyle is and that
Yes.
kind of thing, and try and make a good match.
Yes.
Rather than, because why do people pick animals?
Yeah.
Based on a look.
Yeah. It's kind of like
nothing
people.
else. Yeah, it's not based on behavior,
Right.
manners, or any of that. It's based on how the animal looks.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
do you
goodness.
see there?
What do you see?
Gunner.
What do you see? I know. You're such a big boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the staff here is great, and it's funny because you guys typically will have like this a pup or a dog that hangs out up front to just
Yeah.
kind of get
Miriam's
more.
on
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
Miriam was up
Was
front,
featured last
and
week.
yeah, so I think the staff is really good for noticing that.
Working
You
at.
want that rope?
Huh? Do you want it?
Do you want the rope? Oh, you
Is that
do.
it?
Oh, what is
wow.
that? Oh, you
There you
got
go.
it.
Come on, Gunner.
You got it?
No,
I know. You're such a good boy, Gunner. All right. Well, we hope you get a home soon. Yes. You're going to make a family very, very happy. All right. We want to thank Sean, the entire team at Frederick County Animal Control. Check them out. Visit fcac.as.me to find out more information about Gunner and all the animals that are available here. You can schedule an appointment for the dogs, and they'll bring as many dogs as you want out here. so that you can see them in a relaxed environment. The cats you can come in and see anytime.
Yep.
And are the 2 kittens we did last week still here?
Sheldon and
Bernadette?
yes, they are. They're so sweet. They're a little bit shy. FIV sometimes gives people pause, but it's really it shouldn't.
Yeah, they were so sweet, and they did warm up to us right away when I was here last week. So those kittens are still available, along with many dogs. I think I saw out there you guys have about 130.
Yeah, around 130 animals right now.
So it's pretty full.
Yep.
It's summertime.
Summertime, you got it.
You guys always say.
I just looked. We have 57 animals in foster care, which they are probably mostly mom and kittens.
Yeah.
So we're just getting inundated with kittens now, and if a kitten is what you want, now's the time to start shopping, definitely.
Well, last week when I was here, I met a young man and a family from Waldorf who was taking home a foster. They go around to shelters around Maryland and they foster dogs.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really interesting. So yeah, if you're interested in fostering, they can always use the help. Typically, it's animals that require some extra attention or can't be here at the shelter for whatever reason. Cats and dogs, kittens and things like that. And there's still the program where you can take a dog for an afternoon, 24 hours, or a weekend. So you can talk with the coordinators here about that, and that helps get the dogs out and learning behaviors. You guys might be able to give insight as well. But visit fcac.as.me for all the information. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next week. All right. I want to thank Sean and Frederick County Animal Control for that. Yes, I know. Running a little late. It's all good, though. It's Monday. And right after this quick break, we're back with Elisabeth and August from Stoneworks. That's coming up right after this. Let me just click on it and get it going.
Elevate your next party with Dreamscape Slumber Events. Over 12 themes and customization available for kids, teens, and adults to enjoy. Don't have the space? We have solutions for that too. Search Dreamscape Slumber Events on Facebook.
Dream Free Art, Frederick's first and only splatter room. New location, new beginner-friendly artful shenanigans for all ages. Come fling paint and make a masterpiece in Dream Free Art's splatter room, or join us for a fun and unique art experience. Book your next birthday party, corporate event, date night, or family outing at dreamfreeart.com to unleash your inner artist today. Dream Free Art. Free your creativity.
The cat is pawing at my door. In a minute. Okay, sorry. All right, let's talk about market makers. Oh my goodness. Market Makers, sponsored by Pooling for Veterans. The flea market is coming up July 28th at AmVet's Farm right off 144. 150 spaces are available, just $30. Yard sale crafters, anyone with something to sell, or if you just want to put up a business marketing booth to support Pooling for Veterans, you can. Email outreach@poolingforveterans.org to reserve your space. A love of baking and supportive family and husband led this couple to take the plunge and open a coffee shop and bakery in Boonsboro, and that was 7 years ago. They're now looking to take Stoneworks to the streets. And if you need a custom cake or cupcakes, or you want a good cup of coffee, Elisabeth and August are happy to oblige. Meet Stoneworks.
Home of everything Frederick. I am with Elisabeth and August. Stoneworks is the name of the business. You guys have a bake shop, and it kind of came from accident.
Do you want to tell the story? Or?
Yeah, sure. So a few years back, almost 7 at this point, we basically...
That's you.
Yeah, it's been a few years, but we were doing a little charity event, doing a Micah's backpack thing to get food back to kids at the local school. And we just had one person after another just keep coming up and telling us like, hey, we got this space in town and we'd love to have you here. Just if you'd really consider it, that'd be awesome. And we were like, I don't know if that's for us. And then we looked into it and it just felt like every single door just kept opening. And we're like, all right, I guess we're having a brick and mortar.
Yeah. It's funny when the opportunity kind of presents itself and kind of keeps pushing you in a direction, which is nice.
Opportunity didn't just knock, the door was held open.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
pretty convenient.
So what were you doing before you actually did the brick and mortar?
So I was just a stay-at-home wife, and
I don't ever say just.
Oh well, it was fun, and I loved it. I loved it, just kind of like being able. I'm a creative person, so he gave me like full ability to paint and draw and make things, and that turned into baking for people via like the Frederick page. People would say, "Hey, I need a wedding cake, a birthday cake, cupcakes." And he was sweet and converted our garage to like a closed kitchen, almost like a cottage kitchen, but very safe, very secure. And I was able to do it out of that.
Wow.
I was a student at Shepherd University.
Built like a little baking cart for her. That was actually one of my projects at Shepherd.
Oh, nice.
Worked out well.
Full perfect. Did you get an A?
I did.
Thank God.
It worked out really well. They're very gracious with me. Just need some tweaks, but
Yeah, that's great. So what were you going to school for?
I actually switched majors. I had gone to FCC and I was pursuing a dual major, but Shepherd, I got there and pursued a photography major. So a Bachelor of Fine Arts with that and a minor in graphic design. But
Oh, nice.
do I use it now?
No.
Very rarely. It was a lot of fun. Made a lot of good
Coming
connections.
from a parent putting a kid through college right now, I know. I don't have a lot of hope in that.
Our
Utilize
media photos look great.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. So you started kind of as a fundraiser and then everybody just said, let's do it. You did it. You opened this place up. And how has it been since?
It's been good. We started off very simple. Like we currently have a glass display case that was not there. It was just paper, no decorations on the walls, nothing on the tables. It was me and him for like the first 3.5, almost 4 years.
Yeah.
And then as we've grown, we've invited people onto the team and like no experience required. It's all about like loving other people. That's the biggest thing, serving people and having that loving spirit. And so just seeing that growth and seeing our team help us with that growth and we call them our little lemon drops are the people that come in, our guests. Almost all of the artwork on the walls is from them. All of the little things that we've been kind of blessed with and given. So just seeing that growth is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Are you guys from this area originally?
August is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go the last 30 years. We've been in the Middletown area.
Oh, nice.
And then Elisabeth actually moved up here to be with me almost 10 years ago.
Over 10 years.
Over 10 years ago now. Yeah. From Georgia. She was pursuing a culinary degree and everything down in Atlanta.
Wow.
Met him and I was.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Southern girl comes north. I love it. I love it.
She brought her baking with her.
So that's really where you've been doing this sort of thing, just not on the professional level for a while.
Yeah. I mean, I was very blessed that my grandmother was like very like the whole growing it from the seed all the way to the end. She taught me how to bake. And my aunt was very influential in my life as well. And of course, my own mother was so sweet and supportive. Anything that I wanted to do, she's like, let's do it.
Yeah.
And so just having those women in my life that had kind of like fostered that and gave me the knowledge as well. And then the little bit of culinary school, like August mentioned. And then my corporate job, I was a corporate chef for 2 years, I think.
Okay.
And that kind of gave me like the business side of it.
Right.
So
Oh, you got it. Yeah, that's right. I always say everything leads to what you're doing now. So it sounds like you also found in August what your mom and grandmother, hey, yeah, do it.
Yeah.
And support you for that. That's awesome. What has been in the 7 years? Because now you've kind of been through the first cycle of business. They say this is the hardest years, right? And you've kind of surpassed the first hurdle and now onto the next. What's been the biggest challenge of having Stoneworks?
For me, I don't know, maybe for you too, was being away from family. But not just my family in Georgia, but his family, because we're very close. Like his side of the family and I are very close. And we also have 2 puppies that are like our babies.
Yeah.
I mean, some days it was 24-hour days. We went home to take a shower and then went right back to work. Those were hard, but it was worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was basically the gist of it.
Yeah.
The new challenges, how to keep things fresh, how to keep things from growing stagnant, due to continue growth and continue having a positive impact on the folks that come in.
Yeah.
So we're brainstorming new ideas actively and trying to
Keep
have fun with it.
Yeah, that joy and that fire. Because I mean, there are long days, but if you your heart's in the right place, your heart posture is, I'm doing this for others versus personal gain.
Yeah.
It helps you through it.
Oh, for when the give back gives you as much, and that's really excellent. It does keep you going and driving through those exhausting times, which I totally understand.
Yeah.
How do you keep it fresh? Are there new recipes or new ideas on recipes? Like, what is your kind of core of what you do that you really enjoy?
Well, we have so we almost always have cupcakes, cookies, danishes, etc., but the flavors are different every day. We're very blessed that our head baker, Kira, is super talented. She herself has a lot of allergens, but she's so good at just saying, hey, why don't we try this or this? And then our other team members, Callie and Billy, they're always like, hey, this would be super good. And then also our little lemon drops are like, I've never had this, but I think it will be good. And so far, everything's been pretty darn good.
Oh, that's good. So do you still do custom orders for people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We do mostly cakes. Kira does, again, the majority of the baking, and then I do the decorating. She does decorating as well for me. But I usually, every 3 posts on our Instagram is a specialty cake. Do an average on a normal week, 7 to 10 cakes. On a slower week like last week, I think I only had 3 or 4.
Okay.
So that was like a chill week for me.
Yeah. It's like, you can nap a little bit back. Is there any goals you're looking to accomplish by the end of this year or in the next year or so?
Yeah, I'd say within the next year, our original goal was to provide a bigger space so that we could do more stuff community-wise. And we realized that maybe that's not going to be achievable. And so we're going to maintain the space we have, but we're going to work on growing into the community via other ways. And so we're now pursuing mobile options. So we're going to have mobile order pickup, but we're going to also go the coffee trailer route. We're going to do the coffee cart route, and we're going to just make it so that if we can't bring the community in and provide a bigger space, we can at least get out to the community.
That's a really great way to kind of, take care of that, because sometimes the brick and mortar, your square footage you're paying for every single day, whether you're in it, using it or not, right? So that mobile is going to be a little bit more affordable, but allow you to go further even than you could. So,
and I think COVID taught us that being able to be mobile and go to people was actually pretty beneficial.
Yeah.
It made life easier on our customers and our friends. And so it's like, well, if we can provide that service now, why not?
Yeah. So are you working in the business full time as well?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Normally we're bouncing back and forth from the front and the back. And so she's working on doing the back of house stuff and working on the design and, making the cakes all pretty and beautiful, like edible works of art with Kira. And I'm up front working on the coffee and doing all that, making the drinks. And then I'll sneak in the back and do some taste testing.
I was just going to say, well, first of all, you guys look too trim to be eaten, but we love the taste testing always. Any particular thing you love to make? Like when you get it on, you're like, oh, I can't wait to do this.
Oh, gosh. I love doing weddings because, for so many people, that is, the most important day of their life. And the fact that they choose us, I'm just, super humbled. But as far as, just pastries, I love making eclairs and croissants, even though they take so stinking long. But the end result of the crunchy, breaking open a fresh croissant to me is, one of the best smells and tastes in the entire world. So,
that's fantastic. So how can people most easily reach out to you? What is the best way?
You can go on our website, stone-werks.com, stoneworks.com. There's all kinds of forms there, from cakes to cookies, because we have a cookie girl that does amazing decorated cookies in addition to the cakes. And then our Instagram, stone.werks.com.
Okay.
Contacting us through there, or the website. The website goes directly to us.
Okay.
So that's the kind of the most direct way.
Stone is your last name, and then Werks, W-E-R-K-S is...
So it's German. We both have German lineage, and it's the joy of the beauty of doing something with your hands, and that's pretty fitting for a couple of things. We're closed Sundays and Mondays.
Okay.
Sunday's a day of rest. Monday is like a prep day, since we do everything from scratch.
Sure.
Generally open Tuesday to Friday, 7 to 6. Saturdays 8 to 3, but we always post on Instagram and Facebook if there's this week is limited hours with the holiday and everything.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Also on Instagram and Facebook is a daily menu. Every morning we'll post a photo of what we've got, and it'll have the day's treats outlined too.
Let's talk a little bit about the coffee.
We have our friends Corey and Paul of Fortitude Coffee out in Thurmont, Maryland. They're a veteran-owned business, and they're doing great stuff. They're giving back to the veteran community, showing them lots of love and also delivering really, really awesome coffee.
Yes. We wish you guys in years and years more of success. We think it's great. And we appreciate you stopping by. And next time I'll come up and we'll do a taste test.
Oh, little cupcake flight.
Little cupcake flight. I never say no to that for sure. All right. Want to thank Elisabeth and August from Stoneworks for joining us. And we will see you guys next time.
All right. Yes. Oh my gosh. Who doesn't want to go have some and if you check out their Instagram and Facebook, oh my goodness, they have some gorgeous treats. All right. One quick minute. I know. Shameless plug. Apparently, we've been nominated for a SAS Choice Award. Never been nominated before, and we're in 2 categories. So if you go to that bit.ly/, now these are case sensitive. So all upper SAS, and then upper B, best, and then upper P, podcast. SAS Best Podcast. Click on Good Morning Frederick. I know Everything Frederick is live is there as well. I'm asking them to put all of those together because that is one and the same. And then we were nominated for a woman-owned business as well, Promo Circus. Look, I can't thank you guys enough. Again, we just launched April 1st, so I'm extraordinarily grateful for the support that you guys offer and continue to do so by liking and sharing and commenting and subscribing. We are about halfway to our goal of 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which I'd like to achieve by September. But in the meantime, you guys are supporting by watching the show and doing so many great things and recommending me to people, because every time I meet somebody new, they say, oh my gosh, I see you everywhere and everybody's talking about you, which, typically I don't know would be a great thing, but this is a great thing. And I'm just kidding, for sure. It's awesome. All right. Tomorrow I sit down with local artist Yemi to chat about his creations and how he makes Frederick just spectacular. His contribution to our community is excellent. And Mama Cone and I visited Serena Roy from Dublin Roasters, and we checked out the roasting process and how she makes that coffee that tastes so amazing that you guys absolutely love. We're on all the socials, so please like, comment, follow, do what you can, share us around YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Have an amazing week. Let's get out there. Let's be great, Frederick.
From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here to feel it. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine.